5 people have died and several others are missing following torrential overnight downpours in parts of KwaZulu-Natal's south coast. Homes and infrastructure in Margate have been damaged, and this is due to the floods. The South African Weather Service issuing a level 5 warning for heavy downpours in the area. Officials are warning that more rain can be expected tonight. Motorists have been advised to delay their trips and avoid low-lying areas. Well, let's try and get the latest now on the situation on the ground, and we're joined by the KwaZulu-Natal Cooperative Governance MEC Bongiwe Sithole-Moloi. MEC, good evening to you, and thank you very much for your time. Lots of devastation, particularly in the area of Margate. Let's start with the tragic incident where an entire family was killed, which was traveling in a car. What happened there?
Good evening, and good evening to the viewers. I'm in Uku district under Renkonyeni municipality in Margate. Last night there was an alert that they were going to experience level 5, which means that there were going to be heavy rains and storm and lightning. With that, we have been unfortunate that a doctor and 2 of the family members were washed away in the car that they were driving, but we only discovered them this morning. And we have also discovered another body, and the fifth one is for a person that was struck by lightning in one of the areas within Renkonyeni municipality. These rains have affected more or less 3 municipalities, which is Renkonyeni, Umzumbe and Umdoni municipalities.
Yeah. MEC, let's talk about other people. The understanding is that there may be people who are unaccounted for. Do we know how many people could possibly have been affected by these rains?
There were that were missing, but some of them were rescued, and about 8 of them, we got hold of them, and they were not injured that much, but they were able to be rescued to a safer place, and they are being attended to with the injuries that they have. But we get indication from people around the area saying that they have their family members that are missing. At the moment, we're at about 8 people to 10 that already the families has indicated that they are missing. We are still looking at that. The number may increase or it can decrease, because where I was in the site, I've seen that a number of cars were found under the bridge. You may find that there are some cars that are still stuck there. As they take out those cars, they found people under the bridge in those cars. We're hoping that it won't increase, because really it's a situation that no one is wishing it to happen to anybody. Really losing a life, one life means a lot to us as human beings. I believe we are going to manage it if it cannot not increase from the number that we have. Really, we will appreciate it. But it's not up to us, because this is natural.
Yeah.
Weathers are natural cause, and these disasters are natural cause. And it affects the infrastructure that we are trying and struggling to rebuild to the previous rainfalls and disasters that has occurred in the same area of Uku.
Let's talk about early warning systems, because for people to be caught up in the rain where their cars are washed away, perhaps it talks to people not knowing beforehand that it could be dangerous to drive in a certain area. How confident are you that your early warning systems, including means of communication, are getting through to communities?
I'm confident, because in each and every municipality we have teams that are charged with ensuring that in matters of disasters they are able to alert our people that there is going to be a heavy storm. Please do. They send SMSs. They They go to local community radios and alerting people that there is going to be a heavy rain, and people must be cautioned in ensuring that if you want to start a journey, please stop, because you may not get to wherever you want to. But what also made us to be worried is that motorists are ignoring that, because they think that, no, the rain is so small, I can cross. But underestimating the power of water. Immediately you get in the water, and then you just pushed by those small water, and then the car then swave, and then you just washed away by the water. And we also caution people who are having the houses along those floodplain places, that they must also caution. Immediately when we give this caution, they must ensure that they move away from those areas, because in no way we are going to save them other than for them to go out of the areas where it's not safe to live when there are heavy rains. So really those rains were very heavy. We could see that the storm was very, very heavy. In the manner in which the buildings were destroyed, in the manner in which those big trees were uprooted, it means that the rain was very heavy.
Disaster management teams, MEC, they must be thinly stretched at a time like this. How much manpower do you have, and do you think that it is enough to cope with this situation, at least for now?
For now, we're confident because of the number. It's a Renkonyeni team of disaster, that is the district, Ugu, and also the provincial team. They are gathered there in numbers to ensure that they assist. But with Umdoni and Umzumbe, there is minimal damages that is there. They are trying to go through the houses and assessing how many households that have been affected. There is no much, and there are no people that are not in their houses because of the rain. The teams are in place, even the rescue SAPS, the rescue team has been in place and very prompt in attending to the matters of rescuing people. So those teams are on the top of their work. And I'm pleased with the entire teams. And if there is a need, we always ask the neighboring municipalities to come and assist and beef up the teams in those respective municipalities where there are disasters and those areas are affected.
Let's conclude then, MEC, with the infrastructure damage you have referred to earlier. You were saying that these rains are coming down at a time when you are trying to rebuild owing to the previous rains that would have caused infrastructure damage. At the moment, are you able to tell us how much the KZN area, particularly the Margate area, has been set back by in terms of infrastructure damage?
The teams are still working out and also assessing. At the moment, from what I have visited, I can see that the infrastructure has been damaged. It is going to cost millions of rands to restore those infrastructure to its usable situation. I've seen the bridges there. I've seen the roads that has been broken down. I've seen some of the shops that has also have been affected. So looking, not having had the technical way of measuring the amounts that is going to be used, really many millions will be needed to rehabilitate and restore those infrastructure.
That's the KwaZulu-Natal MEC for Cooperative Governance, Bongiwe Sithole-Moloi, talking about the damage that has resulted of the torrential rains that are coming down in KZN, and the warning to residents that please be safe, and if a particular area it has been said that you cannot drive through it, please adhere to those warnings.